Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is having a good day today. Some of you might be upset uh, by the lack of PS2 gem install, but I say to that, I say not today. Because, well, for a couple of reasons. One, I'm still waiting for um, the restock of solder braid that I ran out of a couple streams ago, and that is kind of required for the gem install because you have to remove some surface mount components off the board and then clean the the solder off the board. So I'm gonna wait another week or so, or probably next live stream. I'll do that. So tonight, at the end of last live stream, if you watched last live stream where we worked on MegaSwitch HD, that's the Genesis. Hello, Bread. Hey, Dustin. We finished the Genesis MegaSwitch HD, the internal HDMI mod from Stanislav. But I could not get it working. We had this jumbled mess of greenness, I suppose, and like 10 minutes after I signed off, Rain X in my Discord, he's got eagle eyes, and he scrubbed my work, and he noticed that the clock wires were flipped. The very last thing I did. Hi, Belmont. So I quickly changed the clock wires and tested it, and it worked. It worked first try. So that's good news. MegaSwitch HD works. Well, yeah, it works. Now, what I figured is I didn't want to leave it there. I do have other plans for this Genesis. We're going to test it out tonight. We're going to play it. We're going to compare it side by side. You can't really tell, but I've got the retro access SCART cable for the Model 1. This Genesis was unmodified. It doesn't have a triple bypass in it. And interestingly, because it has a MegaSwitch, it can also have analog video mod as well. So we could, in theory, do the triple bypass, switched over to the Genesis 2 DIN, which is probably more convenient. Then I can use HD retrovision cables and things and not have to bust out my SCART cable. And kind of compare jail bars and things. I've already done this a little bit, so I kind of know what's coming. I kind of know what I want to talk about, or the big things. I don't think I'm going to go like forever about this. I'm just curious, and I just want to use the Genesis and kind of talk about the MegaSwitch HD. So we can keep talking, but I have to... hopefully the quality of the stream is okay. Now, I don't really have 4K recording equipment. I kind of do. I mean, this is a Logitech C920, so this is not going to output 4K video. But I am streaming in 4K. I have gigabit fiber internet, so there's no reason for me not to, other than maybe if somebody has slower internet, they might be negatively affected. However, YouTube allows you to bump up the bitrate if you go 4K. So I've noticed that my live stream VODs, when I stream in 1080p, they look like garbage, and they sometimes make it really blurry, and you can't really tell what I'm doing. So this is kind of a test to see if the VOD will be more stable and more watchable, which will be better for the actual soldering streams. So let's go ahead. I'm going to turn this on. I've got it both plugged into... Now, okay, so here's the thing. Before we even turn it on, actually, I'll turn it on and then we can talk, and I can adjust stuff in OBS. I hope I don't forget anything. Okay, switch to this scene. I have to rearrange this because I kind of got... When I swapped to 4K in OBS here, my canvas was only 1080, so it kind of squished everything down. So I had this arranged for my 1080 canvas. But now I gotta mess with things again. But we'll swap. So, okay, the thing is the MegaSwitch does not have audio currently have audio in the HDMI output. So, which effectively makes it not usable unless, not that it's not usable, but obviously playing video games is enjoyable to have audio. So there's a lot of ways that you can inject the audio back into the HDMI. So I initially thought of using, yes, this is the Ukrainian developer. Not Russian, Ukrainian. But yes, this is from Stanislav. Yep. So there's a couple ways that you can get HDMI or audio into the HDMI. The first thing I thought about was it's the opposite of an audio extractor. It's an audio injector or embedder, it's called. So it's like the reverse. So it gives you an HDMI port. Most of them have a 3.5mm headphone jack or optical audio. So if you had something like a PS2 and you wanted to inject the digital, like surround sound audio into HDMI, you could do that as well. And then you could just act like your HDMI cable has audio and plug it into whatever else. The way I chose to do it is because I have it both connected to analog and digital, and I have two different capture cards. I'm using my Magewell card to record directly from the MegaSwitch. So what you're seeing on top here, what you were seeing on top here is the MegaSwitch, and what you're seeing underneath is the analog. And I think right away, I mean, obviously these are not lined up, so let's do that first. Let's I want to take, oh gosh, what was that I just moved? Well, I don't, okay. Let's move this over. Actually, let's get into a game. Let's get into like, I don't know, Sonic or something. And let me know if the audio levels are fine. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. Okay, I think that's fine. This is not necessarily a test of the audio. It'll just make it nicer to have audio. I can really hear the ring super loud. One of the things that was interesting when I did my triple bypass, one of the bypasses of the triple bypass is to bypass the audio of a Model 2. But in that, my triple bypass video, I could definitely tell a difference in the audio itself. I know not everybody probably can pick it up, but when I have the two things side by side, you can really tell that the instruments are not balanced. And like the rings were super loud and ear piercing, and it just gets fixed with the triple bypass. So I still might do triple bypass. So all right, let's line this stuff up here. So this is the Evermedia. This is not the this is the analog audio, unmodified analog. So let's actually, I'm just gonna verify that we're in. Okay, so we're outputting from the RetroTink in 1440p, and we're using the Genesis scaling. Nothing really else. I just wanted to get a sort of a baseline, and again, you're gonna see lots of jail bars and things. So I'm trying to line this up so that like the edge of the actual output of the Genesis is like at the left. So, like I don't care about the blue cutoff. I'm gonna make me a little smaller. There we go. Okay. I think that'll do it. Is it? It's kind of not centered up and down, is it? Sorry, I should have done this earlier. Oh wait, I did do this earlier, but then changing the canvas to 4K right before the stream is not a good idea. Okay, so that's still analog. Now let's put the MegaSwitch over it, and then we gotta line it up. So now the thing that I've noticed, one of the things that I've noticed is that it does crop a little bit of the top and the bottom of the video. However, it doesn't shrink. Well, so let's go into the menu and I'll show you what I mean. So there's only a few things. If you hold down up and start on the controller, we'll get the MegaSwitch HD menu. It only outputs 1080p. I think there's supposed to be an option for 720, but 1080 is fine. I'm not gonna do anything with the timings. But this is where you can change the aspect ratio. I don't know what. You can have it output the 60:9. Okay, so 4:3, but height is the integer scale. So when by default it was like 4.8 something. I don't know why, but if I set this to 5 times, I believe this is saying that this is 5 times integer scale, which matches the output from. So that's basically the end of the. There is some zero lag output mode. I don't know what that means, like no buffering or something. But I put it in that, whatever. There is an option to disable the CRAM dots. To see how the analog behind it has the dots in the bottom left. Perfect opportunity to say douche lag. Yeah, right. See how the analog. So if we hide the MegaSwitch, this is the analog audio, and so the bottom left, you can see those flickering. That's stuff that would be hidden by the overscan of a CRT. You wouldn't see that on a CRT, but because we can just rip any of the video aspects and display it, it's kind of there. But with the MegaSwitch, by default, it kind of crops it already just to the output. So let's try to line these up better so that when we toggle back and forth. So let's get out of here. That's the cram dots. I don't know if it like adds them back in or something, but and I don't know. Oh, mask. Oh, disabled. I don't know what mask does. I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave it enabled because it was enabled. And post-processing, you can set it to full. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. And system just has some info about the setup. So, all right. So let's get out of here. Proceed to get out of the menu. Now I want to get to a place where I can toggle. Okay, so I'm a little high with the. I want to be able to toggle back and forth. Let's get out of the RetroTink menu. I think we're there, almost. No, we're still a little left and up. Okay, there we go. I think we're pretty close to right on top of each other. But what's really interesting, and what I think is a good thing about the video, is that the output is that it lines up. The pixels are the same dimensions, right? It's not necessarily that pixels are square. Sometimes they could be misshapen or whatever. So they line up with the RetroTink, which I think is cool. Your firmware is higher than the one on his site. Probably just old. I don't know. Maybe there was one that he made right before sending it out. I'm not sure. So yeah, with the power of us being able to run both an analog and having a second capture card, we can listen to the audio and kind of mess around here. So let's, right away, the first thing that you might be able to tell is obviously there's no jail bars, right? Like it's crazy in the blue. I guess we can go into the, I should have gone into the, no, that's fine. I was gonna go into the 240p test suite, but this is fine. If you look at the sky particularly, can we do like, I'm gonna do this. So on the right, okay, I guess it's not perfectly lined up. We could do it. There we go. Nice. On the right is the MegaSwitch. And on the left, we could just leave it like that the whole stream. That's crazy. Anyways, but you can see in the blue, especially the on the left, the analog, there's jail bars, heavy jail bars. I can't tell if I'm still off by a little bit somewhere. I do, I think there is some. I'm trying to get it to that perfect spot. I don't know if it's the pixels are misshapen or they're just slightly different. Yeah, I'm still trying to. So this is stock output, right? Stock analog output. So this was a stock console before I did the MegaSwitch. And now I actually want to do a triple bypass. I was going to have 2 Genesises. I was going to have a Model 2 in this one. But there is something to be said about having the same output and being able to compare them side by side. Like at the same time, the same game. Oh, you know what I think is happening? Let me go back. I think I might have, I don't know. Let me see if I can line this up better. I don't think they're quite, boy. You guys are gonna get sick of the Sonic song by the end of this? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that works, I think. I don't know, it's close enough. I tried really hard to line these up, but I think they're off by a little bit. Yeah. The other thing I'm kind of noticing is that the colors... oh, I turned it off. The colors are brighter with the MegaSwitch. And I don't know if that is an issue with... It could be my cables, the retro access cables. Well, you can tell right there. Actually, maybe this seems like maybe it's like a misconfiguration with my AverMedia card. Let's see. I'll put color spit. No, I'll put color range full. Like I'll set it to full. See how it's like blown out? I hope you guys can notice that the analog video, there's something sus about it, and I don't know how to configure it. Maybe it's something in the menu that I'm missing. This is making me want to get a Genesis. Yeah, I mean Genesis is sick even if you don't do any crazy mods to it. I don't love the Genesis, and when the Genesis was out, I was a pretty big Super Nintendo fanboy, so I think that negatively affects me now trying to go back to the Genesis and play the games there. But okay, let's get rid of this. Let's see if we can make the white better. What am I doing wrong, guys? Is there something I'm doing wrong? So this... Oh, is there a... No, there's no switch on this in this thing. I don't want to put HDR on, although that looks... It does make it look better on my OLED. I don't know. Maybe there's something with the... is there some gain somewhere? Sega does Nintendo. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. This is just making it lighter, huh? I'm just going to turn the game off. Also, I ordered the new RetroTink 5X controllers because, I'm sorry, Mike, but these OG RetroTink 5X control remotes are the worst. Literally like the cheapest quality, and I broke the latch off of the battery cover, and if the battery cover is not perfectly seated in here, it just doesn't make good contact. So analog output generally doesn't have true white without color correction if you want Fireburn X's video. Oh, okay, so there's some config I have to do. But that's fine. Well, that illustrates the point that this is like, I don't know if this is out of the box good or out of the box bad, the color. I just wanted to mention it because I still feel like something is off, but I'm trying to resist the urge to fix it. Okay, maybe that. Does that do it? I don't know. Close enough. So, I don't know if the colors being like this is bad. I almost wish I had... I don't know, does the triple bypass make it better? Using the... There's some kind of a toggle switch on the HD Retrovision cables, isn't there? That make this like some... It adds a resistor or removes a resistor to make the colors better or brighter or something for different consoles, but... I have no nostalgia for the Genesis. The new one finally works with my Logitech Harmony. I had a Harmony, and I kind of gave up. Yeah, I just used my I have a Roku TV downstairs, and I use just CEC to control my to turn on my receiver and stuff. But yeah, because I got fed up, and I know it sucks like having all these things trying to work together and then like they don't work. It's yeah. Well, anyways, it looks good. The colors look pretty good, and it doesn't seem like it's adding any time latency, right? It's like, oh, let me get to the menu. Still, the analog is on the left, and the HD is on the right, or the switch is on the right. It looks fine, but I mean, big difference in the no, I don't know, jail bars. So let's just. There's a toggle switch for, yeah, right. Oh, for the SNES. Oh, okay. Interesting. I thought the Genesis one had it too, but okay. All right, well, let's play. Yeah, Mister really messes with CEC so much that I have to unplug it if I have it attached to my computer or my monitor or my TV. Sometimes it doesn't work. I need one of those CEC blocking HDMI cables. I thought they did have a brightness switch. All right, let's just put this. Oh God, I blew it up. Oh hey, Stanislav. Analog signal does not use the full color depth. Oh, so if I set my capture card then to, if I set my capture card to not full. Color space, no. Limited. Does that make it better? It's a little better. No, it's not really better. But I guess I wanted to find out if the colors are bad or not. Like, are the colors bad? And I don't say bad like yikes bad, but like, are they supposed to be like that? I wish I had a properly tuned analog signal, if that makes sense, so that I could compare them side by side. Because I definitely know that there's something up with analog. It's like too dull. And like I said, this is just fresh off. This is a fresh Genesis with just the. I mean, it has high quality SCART cables and it already outputs RGB, but I haven't done the replacement capacitors yet. I do need to. I bought them. They're coming from Console 5, so I'll be able to redo the caps. And I might do triple bypass. I know there have been newer triple bypasses. Newer meaning like Zaxor has designed one and whatever. So maybe I'll try a different triple bypass and do that with here. So that's right, Eric. All right, let's play some games. I guess I'm gonna put the interesting thing. Not interesting, but I can play the same signal that would be going to my OLED is also going to my my 4K monitor over here. So I can play. Actually, what is this? Is analog. So I'm going to be looking at analog, which is fine. It looks better on my screen though. That is interesting. Like the colors on my monitor look better than the capture. Like it looks well. Okay. This monitor, my left monitor, my right monitor is my 4K monitor. My left monitor here is like a 1080p. It's pretty old, and the colors are not really that good. So I'm not easily able to tell if it's bad, like original colors from the source, or if it's just the monitor being bad. So I kind of don't judge colors on this monitor. Recap your Sega before doing the triple bypass. Your triple bypass board will cover the vias. Some of the vias are covered from the MegaSwitch. So another reason why I want the solder braid is because I need to take the MegaSwitch off. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use I don't think it is necessary, but I just kind of want to do it anyways. I want to upgrade the wires from the rainbow wires. I'm going to switch them over to individual silicone wires, just because I like those better. But I pretty much have to take off board A, whatever the bottom, that long, thin board. Actually, I think I need to take board B off, the top board. But board B is just screwed on, so it's pretty easy to remove. Okay, so I'm just going to put... Oh, gosh, I did it again. I'm going to put the MegaSwitch full screen, and let's just... I don't really play that much Sonic. It's definitely not as good as Mario. That's for sure. If this was supposed to be Mario. Sonic was supposed to be the... oh, gosh. Sega's Mario. I'm using both an EverDrive and the M30 with the... This is the 2.4 gigahertz M40. So this is kind of, you know, maxing out. Well, okay, not maxing out, because it has... Some people have asked if this is compatible with the 32X. And I do not think it is, because the 32X, once you use a 32X, that is where the video output comes from, the 32X, I believe. Don't fix ain't broken. Yeah, I probably should just put it in the drawer and not do anything with it, but I do want to add a triple bypass, because I think it'd be nice to be able to compare them. Zaxford did some good documentation. If I could do is bypass and it fire up the first try, then it'll be even easier for you. Yeah, bypass is pretty... the hardest part about the triple bypass is finding where all the points are, I guess. And maybe desoldering figuring out how to attach the DIN 10. Have fun with recapping. I know, there's so many, yeah, you know, it's probably not influencing anything, but I figured if I'm gonna be trying to, you know, I don't think people should use this stream as like a this is not going to be like as good as me recording it raw and then uploading a video that way. Even then, uploading it to YouTube, as soon as it goes up to YouTube, it's, you know, it's going to be compressed a little bit. So it's not really ever going to be, unless I sent you a file or something with the original capture. You're never really going to capture the 100%, but we're getting close, and that's why I wanted to do this side, or we're able to get close, and that's why I want to do this side by side with analog, because you can tell it is noticeably different, the brightness. And I think it's not that the MegaSwitch is too bright, it's that the analog is not bright enough. So hopefully that made sense. Does anybody have any questions or games that they want me to play? I don't really play Genesis that much, so I think everything will still work with the 32X. I don't think the MegaSwitch affects analog video at all. So, like what you're seeing is straight from a SCART cable on my Genesis. Just the DIN Model 1 DIN. So, as far as I know, it's unaffected by the digital or by the MegaSwitch. Musha? So yes, it would still work. It would just, obviously you would not be able to, I don't know what would happen if you put an HDMI, if you watched the output when you were trying to play a 32X game, but I don't think there's a downside. I should get a 32X, and I should get a Sega CD, because first of all, they're getting super hard, they're getting expensive. Like I looked at Sega CDs for the Model 1, and they're like, I don't know, $100 or something. So I would like to get one of those. So that basically like to have a good working tower of power. Yeah. And then I'd be able to experiment with things. It's not like I really care to have a Sega CD or 32X, whatever, but I get questions, you know, people have asked me things when it would be relatively easy to just like hook it up and see if it works and like answer the question. But I can't really do that right now because I don't have that, so. And I guess I would probably get the Model 1 stuff because, I don't know, I'd like to get everything, but you know how it is. Streets of Rage 2 would be interesting for the music. Okay. You can do that. Castlevania. Bloodlines. Oh, that's why. Okay, so the Model 1 CD is rare. Interesting. You just miss all the 3D items. Huh? It overlays 3D stuff over top the 2D stuff. You can use the Model 2 Sega CD on the Model 1. Yeah, because it goes... Oh, it plugs into it, right, or something? And so, what, the extension port is in the same spot, or is... I don't know. Interesting. That's good to know. I'm not getting audio from the HDMI. I'm getting audio from a separate analog video capture, Obi-Wan. So if I hide, I have 2 capture cards going right now. I've got my AverMedia Live Gamer 4K, which is capturing the analog from the 1440p analog output from the RetroTink. But I've also got the the MegaSwitch HD coming to my Magewell card as well, and I'm overlaying them. And we're hearing the audio from the analog capture. Actually, the analog capture is going from through a HDMI audio extractor into this analog audio little mixer I have, so I can turn down the volume, and then into my computer that way. So it's very complicated setup, and this is probably not the way, until we have Stanislav mentioned on Twitter that they would like to work on the audio. Adding an audio on, like an add-on or something, so that you could get audio into the HDMI capture. I don't know how long, or the HDMI output. I don't know how long it's going to take or whatever. I did not notice that, and know that in the beginning, that the HDMI output didn't have audio, and I should have mentioned that. I would have mentioned that if I had known, to anybody who pre-ordered or whatever. So, my bad, but I think it'll come. And I don't think that if anything, I think it should be compatible. Like if you bought a kit now, I know I can talk with Stanislav and see what they say. But if you're curious about it, don't let that stop you from getting one. Because this is really the only thing I would mention is that the price. We'll talk about the price in a second. Oh no, boss. Oh no, the boss. The boss. Oh gosh, my rings! Not my rings! This is a VA2, yes. Yep. VA2. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, if there's a waterfall coming up, we should look at the dithering. Oh, I turned it off. MegaSwitch is back. Yeah, jail bars be gone. 100-ish, 160 or something dollars. But if you're fine with 1080p, and I mean for the convenience sake, and I think in theory this is digital to digital, right? There is no analog video being used to create this. So this is sort of an FPGA emulation of the Genesis video chip. Some parts of it, not as far as I know. It's just to get the signal from it. And Stanislav even mentioned that it's probably unlikely that the Genesis Model 2 will never get an HDMI mod because it doesn't expose the same digital information, and not all versions of the Model 1 have that as well. So that's why if you look at the list of compatible models on Stanislav's site, then you will see. Oh, did I just mess myself up? There's no way to pull those, huh? Really? Well, rip. So, yeah, that's but it's sort of, as far as I know, it sounds like it's sort of similar to the way that the NES RGB emulates some PPU stuff. I guess it's sort of the same way. So in the same way that Red Herring doesn't like the NES RGB, he also probably doesn't like this because it's not a real Genesis anymore. But I don't care about that. It looks good still. It's functional. It's portable as far as like you don't have to take a scaler with you if you really like Genesis and you wanted to play Genesis on a TV or your friend's house or something. It looks fine. I don't notice any latency. Side by side, although again I'm not playing on the. Unfortunately, I'm not. I should have reversed the. I don't have a good way of being able to play the unless I switched things over. I don't have a good way to play the output of the Mega HD on this screen. I'm playing from analog, but you're seeing it here on. So I guess it's not a totally honest portrayal of how I'm perceiving the lag, but on analog there's little to no latency. That I can see. But again, this is the 2.4 gigahertz controller and through the retro tank, so the audio amp on the triple bypass is more clear than the original Model 1. It's a particular Model 1 that the bypass models, that's why, because I don't think all of them have the same exact. So I use that by taking the stereo audio from the front. Set that, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I know there is a way to send the audio from the triple bypass to the headphone jack, which I never did in my video, my original Model 1 triple bypass video. So, all right, after this stage, we can play something else because I'm sort of sick of Sonic. Hello. Oh gosh. Oh god, that thing slapped me. Okay, enough of this. See. Do I have any? Which of these buttons goes to? Oh, here we go. Someone mentioned. Someone mentioned Castlevania. Nice. Glad to hear it, Ray. Yeah, I haven't had time to make an updated one. Not like it really needs it. I don't really think, even if you got a mod from somebody else, a triple bypass mod from somebody else, or a newer style one like Zaxor, they're not really new. It's just the same thing, you know, similar. I think actually Zaxor's does have some. I don't know what Zaxor's has. I know it has the RGB resistors. Okay, so I see like flickering, but I think that's just the output, because I see flickering from the, is that supposed to be like fire? That's cool, in fact. I don't think I played this game before. It looks good. We can do side by side again. Look at that, I could have just used Castlevania Bloodlines logo to line up my no signal. Uh-oh. The analog capture cut out. Interesting. Oh, hey Zaxor, what's up? Speaking of Zaxor, pass back for RGB as well as outputs to recouple the headphone amp. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That's a good update. A good enough update. I think I would do that to this. Not like it really matters, but actually, and as soon as you triple bypass it, I really don't care that much. If I'm going to use the DIN 2, The only reason that I use the headphone jack is the Model 1 Genesis only has mono output, but the retro axis SCART cable uses the headphone jack output as stereo, because the headphone jack output is stereo. And it's a separate amp? It's a completely separate circuit, audio circuit on the Model 1. I'm not using HD retrovision cables. This is just what comes from the SCART, the RGB from SCART. That allows you to restore composite. Castlevania switches resolution when you enter the game. Oh, okay, so that's why the well, that was good actually. So what, the RetroTink dropped out and the MegaSwitch didn't. Interesting. Oh, you mean like the title screen is one resolution and it switched. Difference in color. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. I guess, like I said, I did not have enough time to dial in like a perfect profile for the analog side. This is just using this is 1440p output with the Genesis timings, and that's pretty much it from the RetroTink. I didn't have time to do color, change anything with the colors. So from what people have been telling me, the analog video brightness can be tweaked with some Firebrand X article or something profile. Yeah, I'll leave the I'll do this side by side thing again. It is kind of interesting, huh? The brightness difference. So on the right is the MegaSwitch, and on the left is analog. I can't talk. Single buffer if games have dual resolutions. Okay, so I should switch to I should switch to this. Got it. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you could definitely tell how drastically muted the analog is, the color. It's crazy. I'm not good at Castlevania games, guys, so sorry if I die or whatever. Not that good. Oh, I have a item, yes. Oh, an axe now. Ugh. This guy, come on, man. I gotta get up this thing. Oh, is there any wall chicken? I know vaguely of wall chicken. Wall chicken? No, no wall chicken. I think there's a list of all the games that use 256, and it says stuff like title screen, 320, main game. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, these older systems definitely need some game ID action, I think, for sure. I would think that it would be relatively easy. Well, I know that sounds kind of dumb, but we've talked a few times on CO's live Twitter Spaces that like Voltar mentioned this too, that it could be possible to not only inject stuff into the HDMI signal, like additional data, like let's say game ID stuff or something, or yeah, the current resolution of the game or something, so that the scaler that is receiving the signal knows how to handle it. But Voltar even mentioned that it would be possible to do add that same kind of signal to an analog signal, but have it exposed separately. So like you could get game ID info if you had somehow were able to input some some extra data from your console or something, some other connector maybe or something, but to integrate it into a scaler, so that way you're not manually setting anything. You're just getting, you're letting it, you're letting the game, the console talk to the scaler and tell about the game and the resolution and stuff. So that would be a cool improvement. I think that would just go a long way as far as automating all the profiles and things. Because if you figure that out, then oh boy, I'm at one party, one little stick. Oh no, rip. Well, so Voltar mentioned it would be like a separate thing. I do think it would be kind of neat that you could probably shove some data in like the blanking information, like in the analog signal. You probably could, like the cram dots here and the CRAM dots here on the Genesis. That's like, isn't that like some RAM access or something? Like you're seeing some data getting stored in memory, like on the screen, which is kind of neat. Yeah. Yep. I was capturing footage for my Friday the 13th video. I'm late. Yeah. So, how are you doing this split screen thing? So I have 2 capture cards. Yeah. So it doesn't affect analog in any way. So as far as I know, you can still get the raw analog output from the Genesis. What you're seeing on the left and kind of on the outside edge of the screen is from the analog input. So that's it's a retro access SCART cable into my RetroTink 5X, 1440p output, and the Genesis profile, Genesis timings, pretty much nothing really else tweaked. And then a second capture card capturing the MegaSwitch HD, and I'm playing the audio from the analog. So that's probably the one drawback that currently that I would say that I would prevent me recommending this to most people. Although I haven't really done, I haven't done super in-depth latency testing. That's something I don't. Now that I'm just kind of streaming things, I'm gonna play a different game. Now that I'm just kind of streaming things, like I don't know if there's a need for that, but I think if people want to spend money, obviously they want to know if it's good. I mean, the best that I could say is yes, I think that it's good, and I would use it myself. But it's a little expensive. Oh, so yeah, the one thing is it doesn't have audio currently. So you would need something like an audio embedder, which is like the opposite of a audio extractor for an HDMI cable. So like it allows you to add either analog or digital, like surround sound audio, to an HDMI signal. So you could pipe in the audio that way. Or Stanislav mentioned that they may work on an audio add-on that allows you to add the audio to this in the future. So, or you could do what I'm doing, I guess, if you're a streamer and you want to crazily capture both analog and digital. Although I suppose you could do if you had just a plain. So that's the problem with the Model 1, and this is what I originally wanted to do. Is I had this cheap composite cable for the Model 1. So the Model 1 has the Model 1 has the fat connector, right? So this is not the Model 2 connector, it has this. But it only has mono audio, so you would only get one channel. Although that was the first thing that I tried. I'm like, oh, this is dumb. I'm not gonna do this. But you could capture the audio from the video analog video port, or because it's a Model 1, you can capture audio from the headphone jack in the front, which is probably the most clean way. And then you would have to probably put that into your receiver if you have like a TV. It doesn't really help you if you play on your monitor. So that's really the person that is or if you have like a PVM or something, you might. Well, I guess you could just plug it in to your PVM. HDMI audio licensing fees are BS. I don't know if this is HDMI certified at all. I know I do say HDMI often, but I really should say high definition output or something like that. But let's see, let's scroll up. Yep, Genesis. I didn't do the I didn't do a recap. That's one of the things I'm going to go back and do now. Is I'm going to recap it. Someone mentioned Streets of Rage, so let's do that. I want to recap it, and I also want to triple bypass it just to have some side-by-side comparisons. But I expect if you had a triple bypass and you had the profile tuned, you probably still wouldn't be able to eliminate all the jail bars. I really don't know if it's possible to ever remove all 100% of the jail bars from Model 1. Somebody can correct me. I don't know that much about, and I know every model is different, so you'd have to go hunting for Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage 2? Which one is good? I don't know. 2? DVI, yeah. Well, that's what the like the consolizer, the GBA consolizer said it was DVI plus, or like enhanced with audio. With my triple bypass V2, if you do the composite restore, you can get RGB composite video sync out of both DINs. Huh? Do the composite restore. What do you mean composite restore? Like output composite back through the stock Model 2 DIN? Interesting, but you still be limited to mono audio. But I guess what you're saying is you could do a triple bypass without doing the oh, hold on, I gotta talk to my girlfriend. Hold on a second. Okay, back. Genesis jail bars are lovable little scamps. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like, the other thing is like, once you see them, you can't unsee them too. So curse whoever told me about them in the first place, because now I can't ever unsee them. Okay, cool, Zaxter. Yeah, I'd love for you to send me a triple bypass. That'd be cool. So I can do it. I'll do a stream. You run RGB output back to the stock encoder, oh, okay, I see, because the triple bypass would disable composite video. I forgot about that. But you could have it send the new encoded RGB back to the stock encoder to re-encode. Oh wait, no, yeah. I think you guys got it. So you restore a composite video. Got it. Interesting. So that'd be a good stream. Okay, I don't know which of these guys technique. I've never played this game, so Blaze is all equal. Okay. I don't know. Axel, sure. Ooh, this song. I know this song. Whoa, this guy just got like a combo. A is like a combo or something. Punch him! I do notice some crackling. I think I might have to clean the... That's the thing I never liked about the SCART Model 1 SCART cable, is because it relies on the quality of the headphone jack. And if like your headphone sliders... Let's turn it up a little bit. No, it's fine now. Maybe it's just because it's turned down a little bit. It just, sometimes it sounds crunchy, like there's something wrong with the audio. He tags in front and behind with normal attacks. Whoa, jump. It's almost impossible to create fully digital sound from Genesis because it has few sources of audio plus 32x from cartridge slot and also Sega CD audio from the expansion. Got it. Max is broken. I noticed with my Model 2 VA0, after recapping, the jail bars faded a lot and wasn't as noticeable compared to doing it before. So that's why I wanted to do, just in case that is contributing to some of the jail bars on the analog. Although right now in this game, because there's so much crap going on, I can't really tell. I can't notice any jail bars, but let's see if I look at the door. Yeah, I can notice some jail bars on the door. I think that was solid color. Oh yeah, look at that. He does punch around. This is a model. This is a VA2. Yeah. Yep. Hitting A is my special. Okay. Oh, that's why I'm losing health, is because I keep using my special. Okay, got it. Oh god, I missed. Gosh. Oh hey Ryan, thanks for the donation. Jail bars are from the VRAM signals being super close to RGB. Yeah, capacitively coupling. Use deoxit. Yep, so that's what I have to do. Would be too big of a thing once I have the triple bypass, but I don't know. Should I, if I do the triple bypass, should I do what Zaxor said and just leave the stock, the DIN 2 output, or the DIN 1 output, or port, I mean? It just seems so wasteful to not, gain is too high. Well, that's the, I think no, I didn't mean to use my special again. But that's the headphone jack though, right? Isn't that, you would think that did they tune that, or is it just too high? I turn it down a little bit. Oh, the VA2 has crunchy audio. Got it. Oh yeah, it is crunchy. Now I can hear the crunch. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. Get the pipe! Hit with the pipe! Oh wow, Jimmy Knife Guy. Oh god, this knife guy. Okay. Oh, I should do full screen HD. There we go. What am I using deoxit on? The switch for the headphone jack, or for the headphone amp in the front. Oh, okay, got it. All the amps, they just put a bunch of amps in this thing. Do the double DIN? The double DIN? What is the double DIN? Adding 2 DIN ports? Well, there's not enough room now. the MegaSwitch adds a USB type, which is really cool. I think this is a really good idea. Exposing a firmware update port, and it's a USB type C. So basically you desolder the RF modulator, and when you put the board finally in there, it takes up the space that the extension port was in and the RF output. Yeah, so you'd have to find another place to put the Model 2 DIN, I guess, if you wanted to keep both of them. Oh, look at this guy coming from the shadows. Ooh. Oh, come on, really? Let's do my special in middle of nowhere. Use your knife on you, sir. This is yours. Take it back. Double DIN, keep the original 8-pin DIN, and then replace the RF module. Okay, so unfortunately it wouldn't be, unless, let me just see. Is there possible, that would be a good idea, Stanislav, for you just to add the Model 2 DIN. Oh god, hold on, I gotta take my headphones off. Stupid, I need wireless headphones, even though I don't want them, but Yeah, so I suppose you could, I don't know, Stanislav would have to design some kind of a thing, like a right angle. I don't know, it would get weird, but it would be cool to have all, why would you need both DINs and an HDMI port? Crazy. This guy is struggling to kill me. Oh, I was watching his knife. What's the game in the Steam thumbnail? Stream thumbnail? Game in the stream thumbnail? I don't know. Because I didn't put a game, I put just the Genesis in the... Oh, the cart. It's an EverDrive flash cart. It's not a question of need. No, I know. I get it. None of this is a question of need. But practicality, money, you know, in theory, you'd want these things to be affordable. And yeah. I wish I could play with the the HDMI output. Speaking of not a need, when are you gonna be? Never mind. Maybe I shouldn't say any of those things. See, the only thing that I need in my life is an Atari, an open 2600. I need Red Herring to stop all those other projects and do my Atari 2600 rebuild or open source PCB. That's what I want. I kind of wish that the new Saturn Retrobit, well, is that what it is, Retrobit? That's the company that made that new Saturn pad that just came out, that was just announced today. I sort of wish that that was Bluetooth, because that would be sick. It looks cool. It looks like a cool controller. I like. It's sort of like the 8-bit DOS style, where they just added thumbsticks. So like added thumbsticks to the Super Nintendo for the SM30 Plus or whatever it is. It just reminds me of that. Like it's like this, but then they slap on 2 thumbsticks. It's been 94 years, yeah, and they're very expensive. I need to go down the laser No, I don't need to go down the laser active rabbit hole. Although, judging by the prices that those things go for, man, I just want to have. I just have one. If you ever find one, Zaxor, and you won't absolutely destroy me in cost, and it's broken, and like you don't feel like doing the work, I would definitely like one. I would find it neat to show my son Laserdiscs, because I do. There was vaguely like a minute that we used Laserdiscs in my school, in high school, for like. I remember there was this one where it was something about a map. There was this, I don't know. It was like a kind of like a choose your own adventure situation with the Laserdisc, because you could use the Laserdisc menu to go to different clips. But anyways, that's the only. Oh, and it never. And I remember. The teacher had a hard time with the remote, because the remote control was like this big. It's absolutely huge. Just to play your giant disc with less space than a DVD. I had a pair of HD Retrovision Dreamcast cables for a few months once. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think people just stopped stopped talking about the Dreamcast cables ever coming out. I don't know what's taking so long, or if is it just a matter of not getting the right parts or something? I don't know. If you want a basic Laserdisc player, grab a CLD. Is that a similar? Basically, how the what? I can't see. There's a heart on my screen. YouTube, get out of here. Oh boy, I can't see what you wrote yet, because YouTube or Twitch decides to put something in the corner. They jump to different tracks on the disc, yeah. So, but then it would require me to buy Laserdisc discs for stuff. I mean, it'd be cool to have a few games or a few popular movies, like 80s movies or something, on Laserdisc, but yeah, I don't know. Let's play a different game. What do we play? Oh, brother, I'm tired. Yeah, I already kind of talked about why I didn't do the PS2 today. Long story short, I didn't really feel like doing it, but I also am waiting for solder braid to show up. I ordered 2 different kinds. I ordered like one. See, I stopped paying for Amazon Prime. So not only, I'm okay with, having to wait to order things. Well, it was more painful when I had the channel, because if I needed something to make a video, it absolutely sucked to have to wait for something to have to remake the video or continue making the video. So that's why Prime was helpful, because most of the time I could have things in a day or 2 at most if I needed wire or solder or anything, it come pretty quickly. And now, even if you get in your cart, to or over $45, whatever, to get the free shipping, it's still it takes longer. You don't get the 2-day shipping. Why is there a heart? I don't understand. Okay. Let's see. How about I have a good game. I like this game a lot. So I think Sunday we'll start the PS2, but I think I'm gonna have to take it apart, because taking it apart is like, it adds a lot more time to having to disassemble the PlayStation and stuff. So do I have Demons of Astaborg? Probably. Shinobi. Final Laser Active CLD A100 for $15. Oh, what the heck? I just got a whole bunch of comments now. Okay. I knew a guy who buys storage units. He comes to me for the video game and weird media. I got a couple of new inbox Panasonic Laserdisc players. Ah, that's nice. S201 is basically a laser active without the game slot. Got it. That's funny. That's funny, Ryan. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it was like I don't know. I mean, there's just something so nostalgic about those huge steel racks that they wheeled in a CRT TV on it, and you'd watch, I don't know, freaking Bill Nye or whatever. Like, that was like, I don't know, something about that. Nowadays, it's probably way easier just to project it or something, but having to wheel stuff out there is, that's how you know it's serious. And or there's a substitute teacher. So I did not know. So back when I first got into retro modding, I knew a guy and I bought a Genesis from him, because I never had a Genesis and he had one and he wanted to, and he was okay with selling it. So I bought his Genesis and a couple of games, and one of the games he had was this Rocket Knight Adventures, and I thought it was a pretty good game. And I did not know that I think the same game is also on the Super Nintendo, but it's called something completely different. Is that true? I think that's a thing, which is absolutely crazy that they could have two. Although isn't that Super Mario 2? Isn't that the same thing? It's just the old that other game. How do I do this? There we go. There's some kind of I need to pause it. I gotta just see if Is there lag because it's Twitch? Yeah, okay, I'll just have to look right at the actual chat because the Twitch, or no, the OBS chat is behind. That's weird. Okay. Sparkster is the sequel. Oh, so maybe if I like this game, I would like Sparkster. Got it. In the Mortal Kombat 3 game, resolutions are often switched. If you want, check the stability of video generation. Okay. Yeah, let's check out Mortal Kombat, and then I want to come back to this game because I really like it. Actually, this is a good case to check out jail bars. Oops, shoot. And the color thing is really bugging me out. How does this compare? I don't have a Mega NT, unfortunately. I do have a Mister. I contemplated setting my Mister up because that would be about as good output as you could get. I guess probably similar to the Mega NT. Is it plug and play? No, unfortunately, it's not plug and play. It requires a solder. I am on YouTube. Can you repeat the deal with no audio on the HD kit? No audio yet. There's a Stanislav mentioned that he has an idea to have some kind of audio, to add audio basically, but it would be an additional mod, I think. Well, eventually it'd probably be, I don't know, however it would get implemented, it would probably be just another implementation or another thing that you do when you install this. I don't imagine it's like a separate thing, but it is out. I think it's available for pre-order. I think Stanislav mentioned that there are some. Let's do Mortal Kombat 3, like Stanislav. I think Stanislav hand assembled them. So I think that's what took him so long, is he was collecting all the parts and stuff and hand soldering them. So if that's true, Stanislav, then you did a good job hand soldering all those parts and let's see, Mortal Kombat 3. Yeah, it was straightforward. I think scruffy looking RGB. Yeah, it was pretty good. I think it's probably in length to install. It probably takes longer than an NES RGB, although it's less involved. You don't need to desolder a PPU or anything. You do need to desolder the RF module, but you don't need to desolder the a PPU or a CPU or anything. It solders to the underside of the CPU, which I thought was cool, and I think that might be a cool way to implement the NES RGB if somehow you could disable the PPU or something and then like rewire it in like underneath or something. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, honestly, Ryan, yeah, reach out to Stanislav if he's ready to move forward. Although I would probably say wait until he's at least figured out the direction he wants to go with audio, implementing audio. But I don't imagine that being super. But yeah, I think it's a good idea. I mean, so far, it looks like, again, this was another reason why I wanted to actually play games this stream, is because I don't often do that, right? I often just get to the point where I do the mod and then play it enough to where I can just capture any footage that I need for the video, but then I put it away. I put the console away. So I figured that this is a good, if I like make myself play the console at least one stream after I finish the mod. Like I'll probably do that with the PS2 Gem, just to get some more time on these consoles. But I don't know, I think it's just more useful for people if the opinion is coming from someone who has used it, I guess, for a while. So Mega SG, yeah. Mega NT is $199. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, so it is pricey. I mean, it's not triple bypass is definitely... Nothing is cheaper than just buying a cable, right? So if you have a Model 2, just buy the HD Retrovision cables. If you have a Model 1, either do the triple bypass to get the Model 2 DIN so that you can use the HD Retrovision cables, or you can do what I did and just get a SCART cable. I've actually had the SCART cable for a while, but it has the Model 1 DIN, and it has the extra little pigtail so that you can get the audio from the headphone jack. So that's as easy as it is to get into Genesis, the best quality Genesis output, because it already outputs RGB. Now, the reasons to do a triple bypass is to eliminate as much as you can of the jail bars, and if you have a Model 1, to get the Model 2 Genesis DIN, which I think is probably, it's just the way that other mods now have come up that also use the Genesis 2 DIN. The downside of the Model 1 DIN is it is only mono audio output, but with the pigtail with the retro access cable, it gives you stereo. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. But cheapest solution is to get cables, the right cable to match whatever, and to just shove it into a RetroTink 5X. But if you look at like a bright blue screen, like we looked at Sonic, the jail bars can be very noticeable, and that might bother you if you're looking for a really good signal. So that is where it's almost, I don't know if it is mandatory to do the triple bypass, but I also know that doing a triple bypass does not guarantee that you eliminate your jail bars, depending on the revision, depending on, I don't know, just which direction the wind is blowing, or when you bought your Genesis or something. I know that it's not going to completely remove the jail bars. So that's why something like this is good, because this doesn't have anything to do with analog. As far as I know, this is like a regenerated video signal, recreated video signal that doesn't have anything to do with the stock analog output. So that's right. We are getting an announcement from Analog this Friday. I should be getting my Analog Pocket on Thursday. I think so. What's tomorrow? Ooh, that's exciting. I kind of want to go do a stream about that too once I get a couple of hours under my belt just using it. I eventually want to do a stream just talking about handhelds, or like, because I have the Miu Mini Plus, and that thing is great. Honestly, I don't have enough time to use that to its full potential, so I'm just kind of curious, like, excuse me, how, like, compared to that, how does the Pocket do? Yeah. SCART is the way to go for Genesis. Yeah, I mean, I've had these cables since, well, for a long time. Well, not a long time, but probably 2017, 2018, maybe. But it is definitely nostalgic. No, Nacho Man. No, Macho Nacho is Macho Nacho Productions. I think would be the at, unless this is Tito's in disguise as Nacho Man. Oh, I see. So, yeah, the analog output is still here, but the Mega HD. Okay, wait. Let me go back. Can I go back? No, I don't select. Ugh. How do I go back? Back. No. Jeepers. I want to go back to the title. Well, anyways, the analog video cut out for a while. Maybe I'm not configuring the... I don't really play Mortal Kombat that much either. Anyways, the MegaSwitch HD didn't cut out when the resolution switched, but the RetroTink did cut out. So that's interesting. Maybe that might be the mode that I'm in. So there's instant resolution switching, because this is, I guess this game switches resolutions. So that's interesting. So I guess it's better, more performant. I don't know if that's not the right word. It's just a. I wish I had the RetroTink 4K, because that is what I would compare it to. But again, not everybody's gonna get the RetroTink 4K. So let's see if it does it again. at the end of this thing. Let's do a side by side. Oh yeah, look at it. To the left is the analog, no signal. See that? See how long it takes? Wow, that's crazy. Let me see if I can tweak that. What would I turn off? Where is the what am I looking for? This triple buffer. I think triple buffer is what I want. A triple buffer on the 5K. Fix that. Let's try that. Sonic 2 40i tests. We could do that. Although I was just playing Sonic 1. Yeah, we could play Sonic 2. How does 480i look? Yeah, we could do Sonic 2 if that's what it does. That's funny. You guys said the same thing at the same time. So let's see. Did that fix it? Oh, maybe that fixed it. Did the frame? So that was an issue with what? The frame lock. I have one of the original model 5Xs. Okay, so with frame lock, it is kind of wonky, but with triple buffer, it is quicker. It does okay with the resolution switch. Let's do that one more time with triple buffer to see if the resolution. Yeah, see, look at that, immediate with the HD, the MegaSwitch. Wow, yeah, look at that. That's pretty good. SMS games. I don't know if I have any SMS games on this EverDrive, but if I do, we can test it. So let's do Sonic 2. Because that's what, 40i, I guess? We'll leave it on. We'll leave it with both. So left is analog and right is HD. Or the digital. Sorry. Okay. Oh, the two-player split screen is 480i. Okay. Oh my god, this is brutal! Holy cow, look how terrible it looks. Huh. How did they accomplish this? That's what I want to know. Wow, so it's like you can legit play the game twice. Wow, Sega does what Nintendo don't. Is there any NES game or the Super Nintendo game that can do this? Split screen like this? The same game? That's funny. I gotta keep checking. Oh, I'm dead. Oh no, I'm here. Oh, hey, we can check the. How does the waterfall look? No, it still looks not composited. Alignment is gone. What do you mean? Is it all wonky? I don't understand. Alignment is gone? Oh yeah, it's a little off. I don't know why it's like that. It seems like every game is off by a little bit. Like has different alignment. Plus, I think maybe this is kind of half-assed. So you know, I did my best to try to line it up, but I don't know what's happening. Mario Kart. Was Mario Kart? Oh yeah, okay. That was that weird mode 7 though, right? Oh, what's going on with this green thing here? In the background. Any button or something? Huh. Oh, I guess that's just the background, how the background looks. I guess this is just how the water's supposed to look. Left hand is a smidge off. See, now it's weird, isn't it? It's like... It looks kind of enlarged, or uh-oh. Analog is struggling. Maybe I never truly aligned them. Okay, I'm sorry everybody, I'm trying to do the thing. Maybe that's why, maybe my width was off. Why does it look so strange though? So it's like the MegaSwitch crops. It has like a heavy crop. I don't know what's going on here. Is there? I thought there was. Wait, up and start is how you get to the menu. I broke it. I did. I tried to line it up again. It's off now. It's off vertically. Okay, so this is what I was changing before. Because this is how you can change the integer scaling. But now the tails is in one spot. But like then the time is in a different spot? What's going on here? Let's see if I can... Oh, see, look at how stretched it is. Is that a bug, I wonder, Stanislav? Deinterlacing is not used in 480i. I used a video buffer to show all 480 lines at once. Interesting. So... So I guess I'm unclear if this is an edge case or not. And now the video is all messed up. I mean, it looks mostly right? The top part looks mostly... Oh no, it's like, it's stretched for some weird reason. It wasn't like that before, was it? Oh boy. Maybe we should try a different game. Alright, let's try a different game and I'll come back. What's a good game? Oh, let's go to the 240 test suite. And then someone said something about Master System. But we can go to the test suite. Oh, actually this. Wouldn't this be a good... The EverDrive menu would be a good way to line it up? I don't know, that's interesting. Yeah, it's set to Genesis, as far as I know. That's I'm just surrounded by my remotes right now. Oops, not here. Crunchy buttons. It's set to Genesis. Now let's line this up. Is this close? Kind of. Oh gosh. Okay, is that close? That's pretty close. I don't think I'm gonna get. Yeah. Okay, so that's in the EverDrive menu. Now let's go to the 240p test suite. It's very scientific. That would be in tools, probably. Yeah. Is there anything here that would help us test anything? Any utilities? HD Retrovision test ROM. Ooh. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. This is lined up, right? How do things? It's a little off. It looks a little off. Maybe not. I don't know. It's off by a little bit. Oh, it's still off by a little bit. Now it's even more off. What the heck? Oh, I keep moving the wrong thing. That's why. Derp. Okay, I think that's that's close enough. Okay, yep, that's good. Okay, that's fine. I think the scrolls look fine. It is off by a little bit now. What the heck? Or is that just stuttering in the game? Checkerboard alignment. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, analog dropout. What is that all about? So the MegaSwitch is still displaying. Oh, there's analog. Maybe these are just different resolutions. Okay, let's go to the alignment. How do I get out of here? Checkerboard. Oh my gosh. This hurts my head. Oh my god, this is not helpful. Well, let's go back. Is there anything else that's better, a little easier than test patterns? Alternate 240p. Okay, we can check this. I do see there's a shift. So like watch the analog signal going to 240p. See that there's some compression happening. Maybe it's a different profile you need to use for the RetroTink in 40i. Is there a different that is interesting, huh? I don't know. It's off between the different resolutions, so squares, all the squares. Yeah, it might be. Let's see. Playing the best game, 240p test suite. It could be the test patterns. Oh, that's a creepy thing. This is what I want to do. Pluge. Oh, here we are, the grid. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is this is way easier than what I was trying to do. That's funny. It's also hard because there's some bleed. There's like some color bleed that's happening on the analog signal. So that's as close as I can get, I think, but there's some color bleed with the analog. Okay, so that's interesting. So the thing to know is, one of the things to know is there is a slight crop, I think. Sort of like 1080p over mode on the RetroTink 5X. So it does crop the top and the bottom, I think, when I had it to 5X scaling. I spend more time in 240p test suite than I do in my own games. Yeah. Especially Genesis. No, I'm just kidding. So I don't know. And then we hopped over to the other resolution. Wow, look at that. Huh. What's the color bar thing? Color bars? Oh, yeah, this thing. Oh, yeah, this is the, isn't this the thing where, to make sure that all the RGB colors are there? Gotta hold down Alt and OBS to, oh, that's only if you have a triple bypass. But yeah, you can see some of the colors are weird at the analog. Well, we kind of knew, we kind of talked already about how the analog colors are weird. Nice. All right, let's see if I have any Sega Master System. I don't know if I do, but I can look. Oh, hey, look at that. I have some. All right, what's this SMS game? See, now it's off again. Now it's not lined up anymore. I do feel like there's some, I don't know what's up with that. We're out of the 240 in the 240p test suite, it was lined up right, and now it's not. Maybe the EverDrive menu is that other resolution and it's throwing it off. Sure, Castle of Illusion. Alf. Let's play Alf. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Sure. Oh, boy. Maybe it's not compatible. All right, well, analog is completely dead. Analog stopped working. Maybe it's just the not compatible game. Yikes. I'm out. Wonder Boy. Oh, Wonder Boy is that... I think I know what this game is. Oh, man. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it doesn't like it. Oh, the sound is... Okay, so analog works, but it looks like the MegaSwitch HD doesn't like SMS, I guess. So, yeah, this weird game. So that's something, Stanislav, if you're still around. I did the same method as on Mega SG. Phantasy Star. Okay, well, this is not, it doesn't work. The SMS games don't work, so I don't know if that's a thing that would be simple to solve or not. Okay, Phantasy Star. SMS is not supported. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes, because you need the digital signal. Okay, got it. Adventure Island. Let's just call it something different on the SMS. Gotta love it. Oh, Phantasy Star 1. Ah, the Page Master. Haven't found a way to output digital data for the SMS yet. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Do. And now it's lined up again. I do have to say that it's off by a little bit again. I know that my alignment probably was not. You know, let's go back to that grid. I want to line up the grid again. Wonder Boy for Sega, Adventure Island for Nintendo. Change of outfit for both characters because Nintendo liked to lock down publishers. Got it. So they couldn't have the same game. I mean, that's as lined up as it gets. I don't know what's going on. That's very strange. I mean, it's not strange. I guess, you know, the Genesis, the analog output probably just slaps the video signal wherever, right? It's like in the middle-ish of the output, but with the MegaSwitch HD, you can kind of center your output better, make it look, you know, keep it in the same spot instead of just flinging all over the screen. That's interesting. So it never really. Let me see if I can ask. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's lined up. But then when you go into a game or something, it's not lined up. Most Genesis games are 320. So let's go back and do the 320 grid. Oh yeah, look at the lineup. It's not lined up here. Okay. That's weird. So we can like have it lined up for this, but not. Got it. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so now I'm lined up here. Now we should be able to get out of here. All right, let's play the Page Master. Probably a terrible game, but my girlfriend likes this movie, so. Hey, there we go. It's lined up. Okay, so that's the key, is to line it up with a 320 resolution. And then it's all lined up. Nice. Good call, Nosher. Wow, this is an extra menu. This is incredibly extra. Yeah, watch this game at 240p. No, looks right. Okay, so okay, jump. Can I jump on these books? What is this? Floating head? Look at the floating head. Whoa, what is this thing? Did the books explode? What is coming at me? Oh, key. Am I supposed to jump on top of these books to get this thing? Oh, I want this. Well. Oh gosh, what the heck? These aren't... Oh, they are. Like platforms. What is this guy? Oh, a pirate guy? Nice. Oh boy, there's a bunch of keys in there. Whoa, wait. Oh, snap, look at that. Holy cow, look at the big fist. All right, here, I'm gonna get rid of the analog, and I'm just gonna do all the, because that might be, I'm pretty sure that's probably bothering some people that it's not full screen. What is that? A checkpoint or something? This game sucks. Hey, it's not that bad. Oh, I wanted to play Rocket Knight Adventures. Macaulay Culkin for life, yeah. Also, this is a great way to compare RGB with HDMI. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone do this before. All it takes is two. Well, it's, you know, I don't think there are many mods that allow you to output both at the same time. We're running out of time. Uh-oh. Is that gonna die? There we go. My library card. Come on. This game sucks. Yeah, the movie's great, but... Oh my god! Did it again. Okay, I'm just gonna jump over. Alright, nope. Oh, yeah, well, I guess. So, I also tried, I don't want to do it right now because I don't want to blow anything up, but I am looking for a thing. Where is the thing that I'm looking for? Well, I don't know. I have a cheap, oh, here it is. I got this cheap capture card on AliExpress. It was like $20 or $30. It's the newer style one that's actually USB 3. So it could probably capture 4K 30. Not like that makes a difference for this case, but it's better than the older ones were. But this had problems capturing the MegaSwitch HD, whereas my Magewell had no problem. And I've used the AverMedia card also to capture it, and it had no problem. So I don't know. It seems like it doesn't like the flaky capture cards, the MegaSwitch. So I kind of got lucky that I was able to use the those keys look like phalluses. Yes. Okay. Let's play Rocket Knight. We'll play this for another couple of minutes, and then I'm going to sign off at 11, but I think we'll kind of recap everything. If you didn't come here in the beginning, maybe you missed some things. And I guess I'll give you my opinion about what I think is going to happen, or what should happen, I guess, with this. Not like I'm the judge of it or anything, or I don't have any influence about whether or not it continues, but... Yeah, I kind of should have waited for the newer one, the live game, the HDMI 2.1 version of the live gamer. However, none of the new stuff is going to support HDMI 2.1, only 2.0. So that if you have anything that if you have any capture stuff or any HDMI stuff that's 4K HDMI 2.0, then you should be fine. So like most of my HDMI stuff is HDMI 2.0. So the live gamer 4K is HDMI 2.0, so that's fine. play John Madden for the intro music? Okay. Alright, I'll go out on the John Madden. Rystar is a very colorful game. I'll have to check it out. I don't know that much about the Genesis library. Other than what I googled. Oh, I didn't realize you could also just hold down A to do the rocket jump. Did I run into a tree or something? All right, I'll switch back to the side by side. I just know somebody in the audience is like, I hate this. Oh my god. Alright, I'll have to check out Rystar. Ugh. Mini boss. Should I be able to hit this guy? Oh, him. Oh, got it. What is Rocket Knight supposed to be? Like a mouse or something? Raccoon? But not raccoon, like a... I don't know. He's a something. No, I don't have any custom ROMs. But I wouldn't be able to... Oh god, I wasn't paying attention. Come on! Alright, let's play let's check out what... let's check out Madden. Just the first John Madden. Alright. Let's blast some John Madden. Is it just called Madden in this? Is it called John Madden or just Madden? Oh yeah, here it is, 92. Or just, oh, it's just called John Madden Football. All right, this better be good. He's a possum. Ooh, this old school Electronic Arts logo. Sweet. Right. It does slap. Oh man, I like it. That's funny. Let's turn down the John Madden. Okay. No, that's enough of John Madden. Sorry. All right, so that's it for tonight. But I want to. That's not the end of the MegaSwitch. Let's see. I think it's good. Maybe that is not a Bob, like certified stamp, but it's. I'm excited about it. I like having it. It doesn't have any glaring issues other than, yes, it does not have audio currently. If you came late and you missed my explanation, the reason I was having audio is because I captured both the analog video and audio. So that's what you're seeing on the left here. But I'm able to play the analog audio from a SCART cable, and I can overlay the HDMI output on top of that. So that's how I'm getting audio. Not too terribly hard to figure out for now. If you, like I said, I mentioned you could get something like an HDMI embedder, which will allow you to add HDMI audio or audio to an HDMI signal. So that's one way around it. Or I've heard that Stanislav is going to be working on a way to add audio to the MegaSwitch. I keep wanting to call it the MegaSwitch HD. So I don't know how long that's going to be. If you're worried about it never being implemented, then I would just hold off. But I feel like if this becomes a more popular mod, then it will be bound to happen. So it is kind of expensive when you compare it to other options for the Genesis. I don't think it's that expensive when you compare it to other HDMI mods. How much is like the Xbox HD Plus? That's got to be like 180, right? Or is it around there? I think it's equivalent to other HDMI mods in price. Like I said, it's more expensive than just the what is necessary to get RGB out of the Genesis, which is nothing other than buy the cables. But it's still more expensive. Probably needs to make an ADC to pull analog audio and convert to digital. Yeah. Or interpret the YM2612 into a digital signal or something. Yeah. So this song almost tricked me into playing a football game. That's funny. So I would say I don't have any information about how many Stanislav is making. I'll try to message him on Twitter. Honestly, Ryan was here earlier. I can't talk tonight. I don't know why. Ryan from Castlevania Games was here earlier, and it sounds like Ryan would be interested in helping Stanislav produce them, if that's the direction that Stanislav wants to go. But honestly, I have nothing negative to say, really. But like I said, so here's some more caveats. Here's a big asterisk. I don't have anything else to complain about. However, in order for this to be a complete rubber stamp, buy it, I would want to compare it to properly set up analog output. You could see that the analog colors here from a stock console are pretty dim. And someone earlier mentioned that there was some way to set up the RetroSync 5X to make the colors better or more in line with what you see from the MegaSwitch HD. So I would want to see that, because if this is too bright, if the MegaSwitch HD is too bright or something, which I didn't really notice it being glaringly bright. It's not like it's blown out. The colors are not blown out, really. And I can, for what it's worth, analog output on this screen here, which is the one I've been playing with all night, this looks identical to the HD output from the MegaSwitch, but however, the capture doesn't look right. It looks dark. So I would kind of want to have it verify that the colors are accurate. But I didn't notice any latency. I've pretty much the entire stream I've had side by side both of them. Honestly, it has better resolution handling than the RetroTink 5X, unless there's an option in the RetroTink 5X that I don't have enabled. But it was switching back and forth between resolutions and handling it way better than the instant. Like, I couldn't notice a spot where we lost video with the... See, right here, as I'm talking, it's a perfect example. Where the RetroTink lost. There's an additional amount of latency from the capture card as well. So the analog signal is one thing, plus my entire HDMI chain. I don't, if this was just the Genesis hooked up to the TV, it might be different, or the RetroTink hooked up to the TV. But I have a lot of HDMI gear and capture stuff in the way. So that's all I can say. I don't really know why nobody else is talking about this. I would say at least Tito would have wanted one of these to mess around with, but the no audio thing currently is kind of a killer, I think, for a lot of people. But like I said, there's options for adding audio. It's easier. You don't have to buy anything if you're using this with a receiver, a TV receiver, because you can just plug in the analog input, and I think it should work. But so, all right, thanks everyone for watching. And on what's today? Today's Wednesday. Sunday, next stream, we're going to be busting out the PS2. We're going to be doing the retro gem install. We're going to try to do as much of that as possible, because that is probably not going to happen all in one stream, 1 2-hour stream. And I'm envisioning it not going well. What I'm going to have to do ahead of time is take the PS2 out of the case. So I'm going to get it down to the motherboard. But then I know we'll have to desolder like the optical audio. So this is a lot of little micro steps to get to soldering the flex cable, which is the thing that I haven't gotten to yet. So all right, I will announce it on Twitter, and